What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's been a long week, but I'm finally back to playing some modern and, of course, bringing you the content. So I've already reconfigured the deck to what we said last time. I put in a Keranas because I think it's actually quite well positioned right now again. I've also put in a Fatal Push and a Spell Snare since I think we need, like in this build, since we don't have P and Kieran lore to really soak up some damage or recover from coming from behind, since we have some really potent but also some rather high-end mana inefficient spells, like Terminate's of course more mana inefficient than Fatal Push, Logic Knot is more efficient than Spell Snare, etc, etc, but they are also more powerful. So Rise and Fall somehow fits in between here, no, not in between here, in between here, and bridges some gaps that we had before or previously. And now these two are basically our flex slots, and I want to be as low to the ground as we possibly can in order to really get our Nicobolas to be a steady and controllable win condition. And so just one quick question that I wanted to answer, I think is Dylan Hop or someone asked. So how well this deck compares to other Grixis control shells in a given meta. And so I want to say there's a general perspective that I am introducing and including into my strategies. And I think that I want to, like, with each color combination comes a certain strength and a certain kind of weakness, right? And just because Kolaghan's Command and Liliana Last Hope are functioning so well with creatures, and you generally don't have any ways of getting rid of enchantments in Grixis colors, and you don't have any way of getting planeswalkers back, except for now with Nicobolas. And you have some limitations in terms of what you're good at and what you're not good at. And therefore, I want to focus these strengths in these types of decks. Grixis is just so well with creatures that I would never play a Grixis control shell with just spells, right? Because then your best spells are just doing nothing anymore. Kolaghan's Commands, Rise/Fall is also like one of these examples. And because the synergies are so high in Grixis, I think that the typical real control shells with Search for Scanta, Kolaghan's Command, and then you're just looping Kolaghan's Command and Snapcaster Mage basically. So if you're taking out this, or say your opponent's playing a Rest in Peace or whatever, then Snapcaster Mage is just a 2/1 and you're not doing anything anymore. And if you don't have any other win conditions, then you can't win. And also these very hard control shells are very limited in the ways they can win and how fast they can win, of course. So against Tron, for instance, yeah, if you overload with Field of Ruins, then you can beat Tron with a end game oriented control deck, and that's very fine. But then you're giving up some percentages against, like, where you have to have a turn 1 spell, a turn 2 spell, and a turn 3 spell, and some of the time that's going to be a Logic Knot or a Terminate, and you're going to be stuck with like a Field of Ruin or 2 in hand, even after mulliganing. And therefore, I think that if you want to go the route of a more control-oriented shell, then you need to make some room to cover that up, right? So I think this one, or the one that I developed before with P and Kieran lore, and we're developing a new one right now on the same structure, is one that is more synergetic, and which is even more important, it is more balanced. Like, you have more depth in the way you can react to a given situation. You can almost dig out of any given situation just by how many roads you have, and how you can be proactive and reactive at the same time. Whereas the typical control shells only have 2 draws, either you go Thought Scour Tasker, or you go like Ascanta and then up until the late game. Yeah, and so it's just a matter of playstyle, I guess. For me, this is a superior way of building the Grixis shell. But if you want to, if your meta is dominated by blue-white control decks, then you definitely want to play like a more control-oriented shell. Jace Prince Prodigy is superbly good against blue-white, but Nicol Bolas, on the other hand, is not. Like, you have to tap out for 4. It doesn't really do anything. Like, yeah, they're gonna have dead cards in hand anyway that you're gonna discard, and it is a must answer, but they also will be having a lot of removal in hand unless you really protect it with a lot of discard spells. So that's just my 2 cents for that, and now let's just jump into a league here. Oh, we all okay. So I've been playing for since the last time I recorded, of course, and I've had a super long week and just came home from work. So let's see. My eyes are burning a little, and I also haven't worked out, but I'm not going to complain. Go work tomorrow as well on a Saturday. What life. I would like to, yes. Good. So burn would be problematic, but I also don't want to skip the first turn here. Infect definitely already is a pretty punishing deck for our changes. P and Kieran lore usually really shines in these types of decks or matchups. He's not playing anything. That's interesting. And probably a mistake. I guess he has just run out of threats to play. And now Liliana will probably seal the deal here. I mean, we don't even need to do anything, it's just ulting Liliana at some points. although he of course doesn't have any lands apparently. Interesting play. Sure. Doesn't work that way though, my friend. No, it's gonna die. Oop. Alright, so one of these, one of this, one of the spell to pierce as well. Let's see, what do we not want to have? Color Guns command actually is not really worth it here. Being on the draw, want to be as proactive as possible. Liliana of the Veil has to come in here because it does have the right colors for Dice of Saint Traft, or what's it, Blah Blah Stalker. So let's see. This has to be a Steam Vents as well. So we're going to be looking for Liliana of the Veil. Drawing a little bit too many lands here. Plague Mirror. Interesting. So as long as I can avoid it, I'm not gonna fetch here, because I actually don't want to shuffle my library. I've already seen like 6 additional cards with Serum Visions. Okay. And as long as he doesn't have additional for that. By the way, I've been boarding the Damnation. It seems a little bit weird, but on the other hand, on the one hand, it protects us against Geist of Saint Draft. On the other hand, there is there is Shapeless Sanctuary, which is a real pain in the ass and almost unbeatable for a spot removal heavy deck like ours. So I'm going to fight over this because it also really strangles his mana. Aside from getting all these protection spells out of his hand. And of course I've been waiting with Fail Push because could potentially always have 2 mutagenic growths. Admittedly, we've drawn pretty well this game in terms of spot removal. Alright. Yeah, that wasn't the toughest game 1 here. I'm sorry that I'm not talking as much as usual, but really freaking tired. against Kufefe. Come on, man. On the draw, having this hand, which is really black heavy. But I'm not gonna... No. Oh shit, we're playing against Hardened Scales. Yeah, we definitely need the black mana. Steel Overseer already a real problem. So usually I would always play Jace here, but really can't afford it. Okay, another Steel Overseer and the Walking Ballista. So I definitely want to get rid of the Walking Ballista. Colgan's Command's good. I'm gonna go top here. All right. Yeah, till next turn we're really gonna suffer here. Don't know if we can get through this already. Okay, we do want to have that one. We do want to have that. Oh shit! No. Skip. Don't skip. Still want to see what is in his hands. Okay. So we have to overcome two Steel Overseers, which are definitely gonna be too big for a Lightning Bolt, but kind of. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be problematic. Can we beat this? Don't actually think so. Don't actually think so. So what do we have to do here? that was definitely not it. Okay, Nimble's gonna go out. Logic Knot's gonna go out. Cryptic Command's probably gonna stay to a certain degree. Spell Pierce might come in. This one's really good in this matchup. Don't want to have Thoughtseize. Do want to have Liliana and potentially Collective Brutality and one Spell Pierce. There's also the Fulminator Mage. But I think we do have better options. Also, they can have draws where Fulminator Mage just doesn't do anything. Okay, let's see if we can beat the new hotness in town. Whatever that new artifact production thing is, it's absolutely bonkers. If you have a Ravager in play. Like you sack something, get a clue. You get a creature which you can sack to get a clue. Alright, Heartborn Worker we can just kill turn 1. Mox Opal doesn't do anything for the time being. Heartborn Ravager is certainly the strongest card here. So I think I'm just gonna go after the Ravager. Ancient Stirrings, of course, the contender there, but I'd rather play in the knowledge of him just having 3 more Ravages in his deck than and for him to have to find one. Perfect. They also play Shape of Sanctuary, by the way, and therefore he's gonna get easier. There's the Heartborn Worker. So we could, of course, terminate it here, and I think I'm going to do it because it doesn't have any other creature and it can't be regenerated. Therefore, that Welling Jar is also pretty underwhelming for him. And I'm going to play Snapcaster Mage now as well. To get an Inquisition through. Another Heartborn Ravager. Okay. He might have even found it like off of his Ancient Stirrings. Is this a freaking joke? Oh my god. Oh, I took the anger back? Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I do apologize for that. Wandering Funeral, definitely not bad, but I would like to block something, then go Lightning Bolt, and then bring back my Snapcaster Mage and destroy. Knowing about the Inkmoth Nexus, of course, also makes it a little better. So return and destroy target artifact, which is probably gonna be this. Now he has to think about on whether or not he wants to okay. Regeneration shield. Let's see what he does now. Like, the smart move here is to protect the Inkmoth Nexus, because he can choose himself when he wants to activate it or not. Because otherwise we could just go our turn and kill his Arbon Ravager, of course. This way he might have him out somewhere. We do have one Field Rune, maybe that'll be a thing. Spellsmere is also pretty good in this matchup, but I think we're just gonna go with the Lightning Bolt here to finish that dude. So I didn't want to play the Liliana here because tapping 2 blacks will leave us without the option of a Terminate. So how are we gonna get rid of that Emoth Nexus? I think we're gonna play Liliana, discard, get our Fatal Push into the graveyard, then we have Snapcaster Fatal Push and Snapcaster Mage Spell Snare and get rid of the card in his hand. Therefore, we're also protecting ourselves from like super crazy turns. And then we can just take our Planeswalkers up. Am I missing something here? No, I'm not, I think. Yeah. I mean, he knew about our Snapcaster Mage. I'm gonna keep or maintain this. Only thing in doubt would be a second spell Pierce, I think. This hand's good, but too slow. He keeps a 7-hander. Oh fuck. Great hand. And yet another mulligan. Alright, let's see if we'll get this. What a turn one. What a turn one. Snapcaster Mage is not good. Collective Brutality, probably necessary here. Another animation module. Oh. Okay. Opponent has an insane draw, but it's also somewhat slow. We could, of course, Field Ruin him now. He doesn't have a creature, but can still activate this. So this says destroy, yeah. So he can regenerate it. Therefore, probably not too good. But we're at least back in the game. So this one just is being activated when he taps this, right? So he still does have the option. Alright. So he's not gonna activate this, obviously. But we could... What could we do here? Yeah. Cannot pump it, right? Kill the Mox. And he doesn't have colored mana anymore. It's being taken out of combat. It's gonna be regenerated, of course. Sure. It's gonna get 2 creatures. But now we have the option of killing that Behemoth Nexus. Or we could just try to... So up on Revigen, we definitely need the Liliana down here ASAP. Is it too risky to look for a second black source with Serum Visions here? Might be. Could of course also just call Lens Command again. Telling you we're gonna die to fucking Infect. Damn it. Alright. That's a good one here. That really is a good one here. Perfect. Great. And that's the main reason I didn't want to try to kill this Inkmoth Nexus before. But he doesn't have colored mana. And now, of course, these triggers aren't that threatening anymore. And Hangback itself, well, of course, isn't great, but okay, now we can kill this. Let's see what we can do in this turn. I want to kill this. I want to kill this. And I want to kill one of the things that come out of it. So we're gonna fetch for 1. And we're gonna shoot this. Get another black source. Flip Jace. Get rid of the other Liana. Flashback. Collective Brutality, because he cannot protect it with the Walling Jar then. Now he gets the trigger, and we kill 1, and then we pass the turn. Yep. Alright, now we do have a firm lead here. I think I'm sounding strange right now. Hoffe? Fuck. What? Okay. What the fuck is going on? I didn't even know this was a thing. Shit. Alright, so we have to speed up our game here. It's gonna be 1 a turn, so we have 5 more turns, but that should be enough. Oh, he already gave up, I think. That's insane. Alright, guys, I'm gonna take a break here. First 2 rounds were rather smooth, and we're gonna see each other in round number 3. Alright, guys, we are back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And shout out to, where did I find him? Let's see, I found someone on Grixis who was playing a list here. Skipping through the decks. Yeah, Alexander Wilson, who was playing exactly our list from a couple, actually, yeah, I think like 1.5 weeks or 2.5 weeks ago or something, where we first started playing Nicol Bolas with Kalitas, MP, and Kiran. Everything else is basically the same. Beautiful list, had a lot of success, came in second with Grixis against Counters Company, which I'm a little surprised by. Alex, if you're watching the stream or the YouTube videos, let us know what happened here in the finals and give us a short tournament report. I think everybody would enjoy that one. And back to us here right now. What was there that I wanted to do? There was one logic node that I still wanted to add. Why is it the new artwork? And the Dreadwar as well. Alright, so what's the matter here? Is it this? Nope. Is it the lightning bolts? Oh, come on. Always playing hide and seek here. Super exhausting. Is this the new spell though? No. Thought easier. 2 to deck. It's also not that. Cryptic, come on. Why do we only have 2 cryptics? Okay. That is weird. Well, that's super weird, but if we're only having 2 cryptics, then I'm gonna go a completely different route here. Because I don't wanna spend any more time looking for stuff. Yep. So we're gonna join the league this way. Yeah, yesterday I think. Yeah, yesterday I played another league, but I had to finish early. So I recorded the first 2 games, and then I was super tired and I wanted to go to bed, so I just skipped through the other 3 and didn't record them anymore. But I'll probably add the first 2 to this video, so you've probably already watched it as an introduction or something. Just saying. We're gonna keep this on the draw. Basic Mountain, Goblin Guide, great. I want to say awesome. So obviously we're on the draw here against Burn. Not only a bad matchup, but also being on the draw. Probably an Aloha. Yep. Alright. So now we're gonna see if he does more. Alright, so he doesn't have more creatures, which is interesting. So if we play Liliana here, we're not gonna take any more damage from that island. And then we can next turn go Field of Ruin, do stuff. 13 life. Let's see. Lightning Heal is actually pretty bad for us here. We could try to raise him, because he's gonna take damage with everything he plays here. Okay, now we can't play anything anymore. So let's see if he does have another spell in hand. Well, we couldn't cast anything anyway, mate. That was not necessary. Alright, so we want to have this, not this though, and this. Right, and this all is fine. Let's go. Fatal push is pretty good. Spell Snare is fine, this is fine, this is fine. It's unnecessary. Cryptic commands is actually also pretty expensive and therefore expendable. Let's keep this. So if he's playing a turn 1 creature, then we can fetch shock. Doesn't really matter. But I would rather we don't need to fetch shock actually, because it's redundant. So we can rather go blue-black here, have spell snare up next turn. So it's better. In this case, is actually even better. Then a Goblin Gate. Rift Bolts. Okay. And let's Rise Fall him. Lightning Helix ain't Path to Exile, and with our Kalitas in hand, that's actually pretty relevant. Don't think that he can possibly beat Kalitas. Okay, just a Swift Spear. So landed, it's basically GG. That's why it's not yet GG, but we're on a good way here, still having 11 life. Alright, Boros Charm actually hurts like a motherfucker. But we still have 5 damage on board. Okay. So the only spells that can counter Kalitas are 2 mana spells. I would have needed Boros Charm here. What else? Actually, I don't think I want to have Bloody Knot. Rather have Molas. The Nicole. Yeah, let's keep him. This way, like with only mountains, he cannot protect his island what he would have been able to with a non-mountain there. Let's see. So we're gonna start off with a Rise Fall here, because he probably has a couple of white mana spells that he cannot play. Fatal push. Alright. So it's almost time to raise here, but since I want to play the Lavamancer anyway, I think Fulminator Mage is still plenty fine. Because we can take him off of a white source as soon as he grabs one. Another Rift Bolt. Oh my god. How will we win this? How are we gonna win this the fastest way? This is 3, we could 6 him a turn, and then that would be a 3-turn clock. Assuming that he doesn't draw a white source till then. But that would leave us without protection against creatures. Could of course also just Lavamancer, keep one up. I'm definitely gonna kill that one. Oh. So let's see. Let's say he has another Boros Charm in hand. What's the better play here? Boros Charm is the only way he kills us within 2 turns. If we play Fulminator Mage now, we attack for 3, he goes to 8. We kill the thing. Next turn we attack for 5 and have 1 damage left. We're 1 damage short. If we play Kalitas now, then we're dead to a 3 mana spell, potentially. What happens if we attack for 2? He goes to 9. We snipe him with Grim Lavamancer, he goes to 7. Next turn we attack for 5 with Tar Pit and Snapcaster Mage. And snipe again, since we have Fulminator Mage in our graveyard. And we could then go I think we kill him, right? Yep. Good. I think that's actually the best play here. Like, this leaves absolutely no outs to our opponent playing it this way. Otherwise, like, he had a 4 damage spell here. Like, there are so many ways that we die if we leave him that mana. Alright, off to round number 2. Foundry Hornet. These random cards here. Actually, our deck's basically Grixis wizards by now. Like, if Nico Bolas should also be a wizard, right? It doesn't make any sense that he's just an Elder Dragon. Keep it. Chippy stick. So we're currently preparing for Team GP Liverpool, and we're like, I don't know, eight guys, I think. So right now we're definitely gonna attend with at least 2 teams, hopefully 3. And it is the fucker deck again, and might be reasonable here to just go after Ancient Stirrings, because the rest is pretty slow. Hangerback Walker is the most threatening of all his cards, but having Grim Lavamancer and him not having a turn 1 play is probably worth it. Ink Moth Mixes. Sure. Alright. So we do want to have Kalitas because it restricts a little bit of what he can do. Probably want to have this. This is reasonable. This is reasonable. Definitely want to have Nation. Collective Brutality instead of Thoughtseize. This is all good. No more obstructions is not good. Probably 1 spell pierce, right? Not the best hand, but a keeper. Depending on how fast he is on his feet here, we're gonna, alright, this way we're gonna start off with a Wandering Fumarole, and then can decide on whether or not we want to go Collective Brutality turn 2. Okay. Because otherwise I'm gonna go Serum Visions and Inquisition to find more lands. Animation Module is actually pretty annoying. that thing, of course, as well. Well, let's have a look. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Alright. In my opinion, you should have countered that one. Our Visions. Because his outbound Roger is not gonna grow to 4/4 anytime soon. Yeah, he's even keeping that up. I don't actually know what he wants to do here. Like, he has one blue open and nothing to throw it on. Like, even if he sacrifices everything here, okay, so he wants to win with the lone outbound Ravager, and now he counters it. GG, guys. Dude, what is going on? I mean, I would have been fine with it either way, because otherwise we're just gonna play the Jace. And we're fine with that as well. Because then we'll just... Alright. Ta-dum! So we have to hope for a creature heavy deck here. That's all our hands can do. Can beat. Basic Forest. Ancient Stirrings. Probably KCI. Could also be Tron, of course, but starting off of a... Doesn't matter what it is, it's not gonna be good for us. Except maybe it's Bant Eldrazi, that would be alright. Yeah, it's KCI. Could also be Lantern. Could also be another Hardened Scales, of course. Which would probably also be weird, but Yeah, I'm gonna go with Water Grave. I don't want to have double black, just in case. I'm not going to use Rice Fall yet, because I don't know how much or how many lands he does have. It looks like we're playing against Hardened Scales again. Terminate's extra good in this matchup because that Walling Jar doesn't do anything. I'm gonna prevent that one. Good hits. Seagate Wreckage, that's actually a real big fat problem for us. A real problem. I mean, he probably doesn't have the mana yet. It's 3 and tap. Good for him that he played that Seagate Wreckage there. Yeah, basically, no matter what he does, I'm fine with it, I think. Could counter it. We maybe should. Okay. Doesn't even bother. Up on Walker. So what can he do here? Nothing. Okay. Yep. I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna play this one out. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. What do we lose against? I think actually I want to have Fulminator Mage in the mix here. Although Welding Jar is also very annoying against that one. Alright. This is a risky hand. Sorry for that. Still Overseer. It's not gonna be for long, my friend. You ain't gonna be for long. So let's see. If we go this now, that one next turn, yes, that's what we're gonna do. Just want to be able to interact if, in case there's something broken coming. He still has a lot of mana. Hangback Walker, sure. So let's see if he does have So Kalitas, does he have a dismember? Okay, that's somewhat weird. Like, why would he be boarding dismember here? I mean, he has seen Nicobolas, but that's still strange. Yeah, that's actually bad. That's super bad. Insanely bad. Probably the best two cards he could have possibly will have left in hand. Because Kalitas beats Arcbound Ravager in this kind of scenario. No, this doesn't feel great. How much does he have? Animation Module and Arcbound Ravager are infinite together. As long as you have mana to compensate for it. What a draw. These three cards like in a row were absolutely bonkers in that particular order. We don't need to sit and watch it here. But it's good to know that he does have Dismember. I don't think I want to change anything. Doesn't have green, but it's probably still the pick here. Hardened Scales is just too strong a card. Ooh, Grim Lavamancer. Actually also not a bad card. Let's see. This feels a little bit too much, to be honest. But it's still the best play we have. Walking Bliss is actually pretty important against us since we were going to play the Lavamancer. Okay, no additional lands. So I guess we're gonna play the Snapcaster Mage here, force him to use his relic, and then we play from Lavamancer afterwards. This way we have used our mana efficiently and oh, damn it. Definitely need a black mana source now. Any mana source is fine as well, but black would be preferable. And he got a forest. Damn it. Come on. Come on, deck. No fucking way. Oh my god. Okay, one turn too late, but better now than never. And what are we gonna do? So we know he has an animation module, and one card is a Dark Steel Citadel. Could of course just play Liliana, plus her here, because otherwise the Walking Bliss is gonna kill her. Is Kalitas the most profitable pick here? Probably not. Activate. This doctor and she dies. What the fuck's happening here? 6 mana. Another Walking Ballista. Okay. This is so unreal. This is so unreal. Damn this shit. So he's gonna bring back that Outbound Ravager, I would imagine. Therefore, here comes another Kalitas. I'm gonna attack with Snapcaster Mage here as well because the Doctor is still a 1/1 counter, potentially. Okay, just a non-0/0 construct. Animation module. So now Snapcaster Mage can get rid of Karn. Then we still have that 5/5 construct in play. And potentially 6/6. Yep. Evolutionary Leap. Interesting. So we definitely want to get rid of that Karn. I would imagine. Evolutionary Leap is still a pretty big game here. Worker, alright. The good thing is though, you can basically only do that with animation module tokens, which it definitely does get a lot of. But still. I mean, it's an insane engine that one has to consider. It's gonna sacrifice it to Evolutionary Leap. Two cards? What? And he got an outbound Ravager. That's like the worst case scenario. And this way, you definitely have to play Nicole instead of our Steadycaster. And it's, I'm not gonna lie, it's getting tight here. Like, breathing is getting hard as we proceed. It's a fucking shithole fucking creature. Also, like, there's no way we get rid of that Evolutionary Leap. Only good card here would be a Kolgan's Command animation module. But other than that, we're pretty fucked. And Kalitas is really, like, so important right now. I think he's counting. No, he can't. Like, as long as the Kalitas is on the battlefield, there's no real way for him to. Okay. Or is there? Because I think he might not understand. Let's see. Actually, do I care? Or do I just want to kill that walking ballista? Because we could also do that, right? Okay. That was somewhat weird. So if we now go ahead and play Liliana the Last Hope instead of Izzet Zedicaster. Izzet Zedicaster is great against multiples, of course, but I think it's pretty controllable right now. So he doesn't have green mana, so there's no evolutionary leap, therefore we get a little bit of life back. And there's another Archon Ravager. This time he's probably gonna spend that mana on servo tokens. I think that's also the third or fourth Archon Ravager this game, because we also have one in exile. What's happening right now? Oh, there's an Archon, a Hangback Walker as well. That also does only trigger when it dies, right? Yeah. Good. And as long as just this is the case, like, we have plenty of time. Again, he doesn't have... No, there's a Mox Opal that he does have. Alright, let's play Rise here on Snapcaster Mage and that thing. Now he's gonna sacrifice it to the Evolutionary Leap, which will give us the option of firstly killing up on Ravager. Or he's just gonna do it that way. It's also fine. Because now Evolutionary Leap is off. So let's see what we can do here. Yeah, that way around still works, of course. Um, yeah. Seagate Wreckage, also strong card. Yet still. But the most annoying thing is this animation module, which like kept him going for the entirety of this game. Just want to force him to sacrifice either Dark Citadel or that instead of using it for Evolutionary Leap. Alright. So let's see. One worker. So he was considering activating those nexuses. I want Revija, but that animation module, man, that's like the real fucker here. Oh, he's alright. He's going all in here. That's interesting. So let's see. Can we kill him? Actually, not sure. Hmm. As long as he's trying to win. Another outbound Ravager. That's the fourth. Alright. So what I was gonna say is, as long as he's trying to win, by using Infect, I think that's fine. Steel Overseer. Okay. Hmm. Tough game, close one. I had to be careful at all points. Maybe I should have been more aggressive with Nicol Bolas because our Izzet Steadycaster was of course protecting us from the Inmoth Nexuses. But the Infect, I don't know, there was so much going on, so many variables to think about, that I think the conservative line here was actually the correct one. Tough game, but was super fun. Hope you enjoyed it. And we're 3-0, and we're going to see each other in round number 4.
A wonderful good morning, everybody. It is 6:51, so pretty early on a Sunday morning, and we're rocking into round number 4 here. Oh man, I'm not yet quite awake, but I'm also hot to play. Oh man, my eyes even don't work, and my English doesn't either apparently. But we'll see. Yesterday I received my second foil nickel bonus, which I don't know where my sleeves are. Oh yeah. Sorry guys. Hope everybody's doing quite well. We're in the draw. Just polluted delta. Oh, let's keep it. Just an island. So search for scans, of course, is a problem, but we can't just not look for a land here. So it looks like storm. Could of course also be blue-white or something. No search for scans at least. Yeah, this will be a rough ride. He only has 3 lands as well, though. So I guess I'm taking Think Twice here. Could also take Snapcaster Mage, but next turn we have Spell Snare to counter that Snapcaster. How does he play them now? Oh, come on! Alright. I'm not gonna give it a chance here. Teferi is just too important, of course, to get rid of. So opponents also got problems with lands. Terminus. Okay, he's binning counter spells to get more lands, which I do like. Apparently he's not finding any. Very strange game here between two control decks that just, despite having like multiple Saturn visions and stuff, aren't able to find anything. So this is of course a mistake by our opponent that he doesn't know about yet. What do we want to have? I mean, definitely blue, but black is also important. So depending on whether or not, yeah, he probably has adjacent hands. Oh, he doesn't. Another Teferi. Monolith's interesting. Detention Sphere. So what I think we're gonna do is so his two Teferis are gone. Now his only win condition is basically a Jace, I think. And maybe one or two more Snapcast mages. Path of Exile. Path of Exile is not yet annoying, but at some point will be. So this is gone. Just get through this real quick. So this is what we know about, right? Maybe only these four, yeah, sure. So we could of course start attacking with Creeping Tar Pit and see what he does. If he uses Field of Ruin, he can't do anything, right? No, he can't. Critical command. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. He just wants to try to pull ahead with Search for Scanta. That's good enough, I guess. Is Wandering Femoral relevant to us here? It's not really. Yeah, we can stifle it and get a little bit ahead on mana here. But if he finds... no, it's actually fine. Spell Snare, that's a good one. Doesn't hit anything in our current deck though, only in our current hands. So without playing that lightning bolt there, I wouldn't have been willing to go with a tar pit here. This way I actually am. We know pretty well what he does have in hand. So he needs to find a path to exile here. She didn't. Timely reinforcements. Okay, so we know that he has a spell snare at least. So this is 4, 5, 6. Cryptic. Alright. Alright, that's a major setback here. Can we play it nice? No, we actually can't. Snap SMH will fuck us. Going back to 7. And he definitely still has all of these cards in hand. Terminus, the Wrath of God. Yeah, he's desperate, man. Spell Snare. These 3 he still has. So probably nothing in hands. Gate's not bad, admittedly. But also doesn't do anything about our Morning Funeral. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we still have 3 men up. I don't want to shock the Blood Crypt though. But I think we need to. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. You motherfucking lucker. Yeah. Alright, this is where we fight. So we still know a couple of his cards in hand, right? Actually 4 out of 5. So lightning bolting him here shouldn't hurt too much. Right. Alright. So we have lethal in hand, therefore I'm gonna thought seize. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 1, and cryptic. So he only has one unknown card in hand. What a rough game. What a start to the game, actually. So, don't want to have fail push. Spell Snare is fine. Grim Lavamancer is not so good. Definitely want to have Fulminator Mage. Counter School. Spell Pierce also good. Surgical is depends on the matchup. He's playing Detention Spheres, therefore Lydian Last Hope is not the greatest. Ricefall is fine, I guess. So he doesn't know about bolas yet. Therefore, maybe he takes out a couple of his either sweepers or Path Exiles. And that's a couple of hands. Also, we won against his Search for Scanta that has flipped for so many turns, which is actually quite significant. Terminus. Hopefully in Search. Damn this shit. It's unreal. All of the time. They're only playing two. Like, the probability that we have either an Inquisition, Thoughtseize, or a Spell Pierce in hand here is so much greater than him having a Search again. Ruffle. My phone just activated itself. Probably because I said Search. No, I don't know what I said, but something triggered it. Upon realizing that not cracking that flooded strand when he had the chance was probably a mistake. Discordant Islands. Okay. Just won't scare him. Don't actually care about it. Until we finally have it. I just did that so we have a target for Snapcaster Mage. And therefore, afterwards have a target for Kolgan's commands. Because we're not gonna get through with our Snap, I would imagine. Like, to me, this would usually be a good spot to Cryptic. When you're relatively unthreatened. Looks to be a bludgeon knot. And if that's the case, then it's likely that he doesn't have a Cryptic. Well, let's try it again. Yeah, he must have a Dispel. Sure. So now I want to see what he does. Doesn't have priority anymore. After, yeah. No, he does actually. Okay. We milled over one Teferi as well, so second Teferi gone. No, he's playing Jaces though. We've also overcome in time here. Okay. Looking at the top part of his own library. Interesting. Alright. So let's see what we can do here. Good. And of course, this tension sphere on a Snapcaster Mage is probably not the best idea. So let's see what he did here. Mind Sculptor, put a card to the bottom, alright. So whatever is coming is not set up. So now, what do we do? I want to get rid of the one card that he still has in hand, and of course we would like to find a Fulminator Mage at this point, or... Alright. Return and discard. So we stripped our opponent off of his main win conditions, off of all of his core advantage engines. Now we only need to give him the final blow. Sorry that I didn't commentate that. It was a little bit more complex line here, but like we got a total victory on all fronts, and colonnade is also not going to be a problem. Don't think that he has an out here. I think he's quite dead this way or that way. Yes. Running it into the cryptic command, the Supreme Verdict. All right, another great game, which we won, of course. Ah, man, I'm not awake yet. Ah, damn it. But let's keep on going here. Typical trap hand again. We're just too ballsy. Fuck. Junding them out, apparently. Okay. So as long as we're not running into Liliana of the Veil next turn, I'm rather fine. With almost anything that comes our way here. Would like to have red sauce though. That'd be amazing. Come on. Also, it seems to be rock, not Jund, so my mistake. No, come on. Could also just be a treetop activation because he has nothing to do, but the end of the veil would be a massive temple swing here. Fucking unreal. Fucking unreal. Get chill. Get chill. Without that Liliana off the top, don't think there's any way he comes back here. And now we're the dog. Fucking shit. Actually, both of these cards are pretty good. If he activates Field of Ruin, then we get our red swords anyway. So let's do it this way. Because even if our opponent doesn't have a creature out, we can still go Jace and bounce our Snapcaster Mage. That's a thing. He does use it. Interesting. Scoos. There's one more creature in graveyards right now. Shouldn't have played it. A Scalding Turn. Despite the fact that we want to have or want to get to 7 mana to flip the Nicol Bolas, I shouldn't have played it in that instance. Interesting. So I'm gonna offer the trade here. Gonna go ahead, attack with Nicol Bolas. And then block with Snap. And before damage resolves, I'm gonna call against command. Grim Lavamancer is pretty nice here once we got rid of Scavenging Ooze, because we can hold, like, say, Kasich Quagmire in check. And if he's playing Tarmogoyf, that one as well. Also, we just have a target for Liliana of the Veil, in case that comes up. Okay. Taking with everything here. So this way I'm probably gonna block, wait for the damage to resolve, and then get back to Snapcaster Mage and kill that one. So I do want to have end of combat block. We take 5, go to 9. Damage resolves, and then this. And that's our turn anyway, so yeah. So I don't think I'm gonna attack here. We're still pretty far behind in terms of life total. So racing is not really an option. It would be if we had still had the 2 lightning bolts in our graveyard. Alright, let's see. So thought he's gonna go rather have collective brutality in that spot. Other than that though, what do we not want to have? Nimble isn't really great without Bloodbraid as a target, and he's also 2-colored, so we cannot really mana screw him. Fulminator Mage is still a good card, but Raging Ravine is strong because it can evade Lightning Bolt after like one attack. His creature lands cannot. Therefore, I think I'm just gonna go with like 1 Kalitas, 1 Damnation. Kalitas can still be strong, can also be very weak. And Damnation is just our get out of jail free card. That's a decent hand on the draw. Land will be great. Alright, so usually we would like to play the Jace here, but the odds are overwhelming that he does have either a removal spell in our turn and then follows it up with something that we can't counter without having like a lot of removal spells in hand. Goify Goif, alright. So he's also stuck on 2 lands. That's quite interesting. So I think we're risking it again, probably running into Liliana here. Okay. Failed push is fine because as long as we don't actively lose tempo, which we just did with the Serum Visions, depending on what he plays here right now. Okay. Put the island on top so we could have potentially used Kolaghan's command here instead of Terminate and gotten back our Snapcaster Mage. now I think we're in quite a good spot here. Like we've got our value engines going on. We have Snapcaster Mage with Spell Snare. We have Logic Knot for the Lilianas. So a lot of decent cards. He also doesn't know our hand yet, so he's just running bluntly into our counter magic. Yeah. I mean, it's not super likely that he does have another land, but it also doesn't really matter since we still have a couple of outs. He discarded a failed push, and then he must have more than enough to get rid of our Jace. Polluted Delta? What's going on here? Is it the Spell Snare that we're getting rid of here? We already got rid of 2 of his 2-mana creatures. So we do have Kolgan's command still up to get back Nicol Bolas if he has another failed push here. Yep. And I waited for this 3-creature turn basically to protect our Jace from Liliana. Yep. Interesting choice. By the way, I'm recording. Yeah. Good. Liliana. Could of course also go Kolgan's command here, but then we don't have a play. That's still probably better. All right. So yet another 5-0. What are we gonna say? So I think actually this particular configuration, like Spell Snare is pretty good, but I don't like Failed Push and Grim Lavamancer in the main deck, and I'm also not gonna play them anymore. We're trying something out, improvising a little bit. Still managed to beat everything in our path. I hope you enjoyed it. Sideboard seems great again. Main deck is almost there with like 58 cards. Actually 57 because Spellsnare doesn't really belong here as well. Yeah, but other than that, like we beat blue-white control pretty convincingly with only having 2 cryptics and 2 logic knots in our main deck. So that could also be a way to go, but I generally like the 3rd cryptic here. And we still have 3 open slots that we can somehow fill. Ricefall just keeps overperforming. Rest of the deck just runs really smoothly and really well. Yeah, let me know what you think. And, as I already said, donations are always welcome. Like, if you would like to support the channel, give it a try. And yeah, have a great rest of the weekend. See you guys.